Hoffenheim 2, Tottenham 3. Tottenham get a crucial 3 points in the Europa League. Welcome into Top of the Perch. I'm your host, as always, Nick Burt. Tottenham coming into this match, they knew they needed to get 3 points in this one. Coming into this game, just 1 point out of the top 8, which automatically qualify for the round of 16. I mean, we're at the point that Tottenham most likely need to get the full 6 points out of the final 2 games in the league phase of the Europa League. And they have the competition to do it, going to Hoffenheim, a team that is very much struggling in Germany right now, and then Elfsborg coming to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They have the opportunity to get those 6 points. Tottenham needed a 3 points today. A draw wasn't the end of the world, but they truly needed the 3 points, and they do get it. They start off very early. Pedro Porro, right around midfield, crosses the ball straight into the box to James Maddison, who's one-on-one, puts it in the top corner of the net. 1-0 Tottenham 3 minutes into this game. And that was 100% the start Tottenham needed in this one. Because if you look at the bench today, they didn't even call up a full bench. I think they still had 3 available spots. That's one, how bad the injury crisis is right now, and B, how bad the depth is at Tottenham Hotspur. So Tottenham, it's a whirlwind right now, but getting a quick start, because you got a lot of first team players starting, was crucial in this game. My hope was that, we'd be up 3-0 by half and we can, rotate some players. It didn't end up being that, but we get to the 22nd minute. Heung-min's son finds the back of the net for his first goal of the game. It gives Tottenham a 2-0 lead in this one, and that would be the lead they would take into the halftime break. Tottenham very much, I would say, dominated the first half. It felt like they very much had more of the opportunities in this half, even though it felt like Hoffenheim maybe were controlling the possession a little bit. It is what it is, but Tottenham very much put the pressure on in the first half, and they had opportunities to be up 4 or 5-0. Obviously, we didn't get there, but the fact that they were putting on the pressure, trying to put this game away quickly, does show that they know what they need to do in this competition. So like I said, we go into the half. It is a 2-0 game. We come back from the half. We start seeing a few substitutions. Richarlison got taken off. We leave right before the 60th minute. Mikey Moore came on. He should have started the game, but here we are anyways. 68th minute, Hoffenheim find their first goal of the game. They go find past Brandon Austin, who got the start in this game. I mean, that was the point where I'm like, oh, okay, this may get a little tricky. Like, this is very much the point where Tottenham could, mess around and draw or lose this game. 77th minute, Heung-min's son finds the back of the net once again, and makes it 3-1. Tottenham restored their 2-goal lead. It was a beautiful goal. It was a 3-on-3 basically. Mikey Moore gives it to Heung-min's son. Son takes a brilliant shot, bottom far corner of the net, past the keeper. It's now 3-1. Hoffenheim would find a goal in the 88th. And that's the real point. You're like, okay, Tottenham are going to draw this game somehow. They don't, which is thankfully they don't, because they get a massive 3 points in this one. I believe they have moved up to 6th place in the Europa League table right now, which of course is enough to get them to the round of 16. No matter what, Tottenham need to go out and get 3 points against Elfsborg. I believe it's next week. I could be wrong, because this team can't be playing 50 games. It feels like it feels like they've been playing 2 games a week for the past 2 months, which I honestly believe they have. They do need to find a break in there somewhere. It doesn't get easier because if we do look at the schedule, looking ahead a little bit, it is Leicester on Sunday at home, and then you do finish off the Europa League campaign next week against Elfsborg at home. That's a must-get 3 points to make sure you are locked into that top 8. Then it's Brentford on Sunday after that. Then on Thursday is the second leg of that Carabao Cup semifinal. And then February 9th is the FA Cup fourth round where you're traveling to Aston Villa. And then if they're in the playoff, I believe the playoff happens right around there. That's another 2 weeks you're adding on of 2 matches in a week. Tottenham, they desperately need a break with the injuries they've been having. They desperately need a break. And yeah. Let's get into the stats. Honestly, Hoffenheim did quite well today, statistically. Obviously, they did not. They almost got the goals they needed, but as I mentioned, Tottenham kind of dominated this game in the first half. The second half became a different story. Hoffenheim very much played themselves back into this game in the second half. Tottenham very easily could have blown this game, honestly. Thankfully, they didn't. But, I mean, yeah. Here we are. Tottenham Hotspur get the victory. Their first victory, it feels like, in a long time, even though it really hasn't been that long. It's been a long month of no transfers except for Kinski. It is what it is. Tottenham are most likely 3 points away from advancing to the round of 16 in the Europa League. Let's take a look at the player ratings from this match. Heung-min's son he's a 9.1. He should have been man of the match. I don't know. I think I just forgot to change the graphic from Austin because Kinski was there obviously last time. I mean, Brandon Austin may have a shout, but Heung-min's son's 2 goals today, that was monumental. I am officially giving him man of the match. This graphic is wrong, and I messed up. That is my apologies. But Heung-min's son, great game today. I wish he would have came off a little bit earlier just to rest him. He was one of them I was thinking about. But, I mean, it turned out we needed his 3rd goal. So that was crucial. Richarlison, he got subbed off in the 56th or 58th minute, somewhere around there. He didn't have the greatest of games today. 6.6. I mean, it wasn't that great. Dejan Kulusevski, 7-2. I thought he would have a better day today. It still wasn't terrible, but yeah, there were still some issues, and it is what it is. James Maddison, an 8-7. I thought he did quite well today. A goal, the opening goal, and he had an assist on the first Sun goal. This is one of the better games he's had in a long while. I'm very glad he got the start today because he was a difference maker out there in that midfield. This midfield 3 today was very good against Hoffenheim. I am very critical usually of the midfield because it never feels like we can find that one grouping of 3 that works perfectly. And we do have a few options out there. I think this midfield did quite well today. Bentancur got an 8-1. He's back from his concussion break, whatever you want to call it. Thought he did quite well today. Lucas Bergvall, 8.2. I thought all 3 of them did quite well. Like I said, I'm happy with their performance today. Archie Gray, 7-2. I mean, it would be nice if, Jed Spence was registered for the Europa League and, Gray could have gotten a break or something, or Porro could have gotten a break. I mean, my God, he has played almost every minute for Tottenham, it feels like, the past 3 months. It would have been nice, if Spence was there, but no, we have to bring in 2 goalkeepers, whatever. Or 4 goalkeepers. I don't know why I'm saying 2. We brought in 4 goalkeepers. That is truly something. And that is part of the reason why Kinski didn't play today, because I believe you cannot register players for the current round you're in. So throughout the league phase, we wouldn't, even if we made like signings before this, we wouldn't have been able to register them. So I believe we can register them for obviously for the next matches, the knockout rounds. You can't register in the middle of a round, which, I mean, the league phase is technically a round. Ben Davies, I thought he was the better of the two center backs today. 7'6". Dragishin, I did not think had the best of days today. 6'9". Pedro Porro, what a beautiful assist on that first goal. He had some moments, though, where it's like, what are you doing, buddy? 7'4". Brandon Austin, 7'4". He had a decent day. It wasn't great, wasn't terrible. Mikey Moore, 7'1". The assist on the Suns' second goal, I mean, that was brilliant build up by him. I'm happy with what I saw from him. That was incredible play. Will Langshear, 6'8". I'm glad that he got some playing time today. He's probably another. I would honestly rather see him start next week than this week. I mean, Elfsborg is not a team to take lightly, but I feel like we can heavily rotate the squad. I won't say similar to this one because it doesn't feel like we truly rotated just because we don't have depth. Yeah. And then Callum Olesi gets his first cap as a Tottenham Hotspur player. The youth academy player gets brought on in the 89th minute. He basically plays the 5 minutes of stoppage time. He finally makes his debut. Huge player for our future. I'm very excited that he got to make his debut for Tottenham here in the Europa League. So, given that, as aforementioned, it's Leicester on Sunday for Tottenham Hotspur, a team that has only won one away game this year in the league. Dr. Tottenham always comes calling. I hope not, but I'm sure Dr. Tottenham will be calling soon. And then, as also mentioned, the Europa League finishes up next Thursday, at least the league phase. It's Tottenham Hotspur take on Elfsborg from home. We will, of course, be here to recap both of those and all the Tottenham matches remaining in this season, whether it be a Europa League final in Bilbao or an FA Cup final or Carabao Cup final or none of the above, and just ending the season in May with the Premier League and finishing mid to bottom table. Who knows? We will be here to recap it all. So thank you so much for watching. If you just stumble across this video, make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe. Check out the other videos on this channel. If you want to go look back at old recaps of Tottenham games, you can do that also. So thank you so much for watching. We will see you again soon for another episode of Top of the Perch.